Hi guys, today I'm in the toilet room again. So I'm going to be installing the toilets, running the pipes to the water tank, the waste tank, sorry. And I'm also going to be feeding the water supply. I'll be from the bathroom side over there, through that wall there. But before I do that, I want to know where the pipes are roughly going to go. So for that, yeah, I need to get the toilet in place and see where there's not going to be any kinks or anything like that that will get in the way of having a nice, smooth poop flow. So I've got the mountings here for the toilet. I've drawn out the outline. Sorry, you can see. I've drawn out the outline of the toilet on the floor, and I've got these little brackets that have to be mounted to the floor itself so that it holds the toilet. So just so you know what the back of a toilet looks like here. So the water inlet is down here. That's got a little pump on the back that will push the water up to the flush at the top here. This is a little breather vent, and this is the outlet. So I've put in this white elbow part here already. I haven't tightened it because we don't know what sort of angle it's going to go at yet. But the outlet pipe to the holding tank will come out up here and connect onto that. And then we'll have a water supply connection at the bottom here for the pump. And then yeah, we've got the cable. It's got a four core cable. 2 are for the control panel and 2 are for the power. So it's a 12 volt power, plus and minus. And then the big flush and the eco flush, I believe. Okay, so I've got the hole here for the pipe to come through. I've marked a line on the tank where the bed's butting up to, so it gives me my limit of where I can place this, which is around here. So I need to drill a hole that's 64 millimeters in diameter for this uni-seal here. So we'll just double check the measurements, obviously. I always want it to be tight. I don't have a 64 mil one-piece drill hole puncher thing there, so I'm gonna have to probably with the jigsaw or something like that do that hole. Try and stick as much as I can to the line and make it a little bit smaller maybe, just in case, and then file down to make it nice and smooth. Poop pipe installed. Poo. Good, right. Now over here, let's see that properly. I'm going to do the same. I believe I'll have to check this. I might be talking out of my posterior, but I believe I have the right. So that's going to go right here in the corner, with this pipe going down inside. Now they recommend you cut a 45-degree chamfer at the bottom there, so that it keeps scooping up stuff and doesn't get blocked with one piece at the bottom. So yeah, I'm putting it on this side of the boat because there's going to be quite a lot of weight on the port side, with the radiators, the bathroom, all that sort of stuff, and obviously this bedroom as well. So if the boat is slightly tilted to the left on the port side, then hopefully the poop will come down this side, and then it'll be easier to scoop out with the pump out. So yeah, let's Hi everyone, today's the 14th of July. We just spent the whole day doing some really good work and I just wanted to start here to show you what we've done here. It's a temporary mount for now, but this is the cabinet for the oven that's going to house the oven. So because of the thick size of the oven, we can't make the oven any smaller. We had a little bit of a discrepancy that we needed to shorten the top cabinet here. So what we've done is we shortened it just enough so that this is now flush with the bottom cabinet, and it is also perfectly fitted underneath the top one, keeping the top ones completely flat as well. So very happy with that. That looks really, really smooth. I was really happy with how the cutting of this cabinet went. We just shortened it by 65mm on both sides, redid the holes, everything lined up to the T. It fitted better than the original, we're not gonna lie. We've been discussing where we're gonna put the lights, so we've put little X's around the place to show where those are going to be going. Added a few, took some off, repositioned others, so it was good. Yesterday we did a little trip to IKEA, and we found sort of a hanging light for the bar island area. So it's going to be like warm LEDs with maybe some sort of a metal frame around it. Not quite sure we're going to go for exactly that model or something similar. We also found a sofa, which we've known about this sofa for ages, but we were always a bit worried that it would be too big for the space. And to be honest, it was, because we had plans on having some sort of a library up against this wall, which would have taken off 40 centimeters or so. But we decided we want the sofa more, so nice big sofa, lying down area, so two people can pretty much sleep on it, and it's not even a sofa bed, so that's going to be nice. So in here in the guest bedroom, you might notice there's a little bit of a difference here at the back. That is a frame that's going to be protecting all the pipes, essentially, that are underneath going into the tank, but also acting as a bit of a platform behind the bed where, you know, our guests can put their phone to charge overnight, or have, their books or pictures or whatever. We'll see. Okay, and now down here in the toilet, we've made a bit of progress. The toilet is in its final position. We cut the little holes on either side on the back panel. The rectangular squarish hole on the right is where the push button controls are going to be for the flush. And on the left, that circular hole is going to be for the tank level sensor indicator light. So when the tank's full, there'll be a little light that pops up there, so we'll know when it's time to get a pump out. And finally in here, we've got a little bathtub which fits perfectly. Like, it's, if you know what Apple packaging boxes is like, it's like that for bathtubs. So it's really, really cool. It'll go a bit lower. We still got about 5 centimeters to play with there, so we'll bring it down. And then we're going to have the marble effect shower panels on all 3 walls here and underneath there as well. Afternoon everyone, it's the 16th of July today, and as you can see, I've got help today. Woohoo! This is Jordan, one of my best friends. I've put him in charge of the boxing up of the sections on the bottom part of the wall here. Doing a fantastic job. I'm meanwhile gonna tackle the inspection pit on the toilet tank, as well as the toilet tank level sender. So I'm going to put the camera on Jordan for a little bit, and then I'll take the camera over so you can see what I'm doing over there as well. Hi everyone, today's the 18th of July. Today I'm going to be working on some boxing and finishing the framing of some of the walls, like this doorway here. I left it clear because I thought maybe we'd have a light switch on the side, something like that, to run the cables down, but we're not putting them there, so I can box all this in, finish it up nicely. I've got the boxing down the bottom here, so we can make sure all that fits where it should. And then I'm going to move on to the bed frame at the bottom there. boxing in the front here, the sides, and then the front panels down here. The surface here is going to be some OSB board, which I don't have yet, so we'll wait for that a little bit. Right, so now that I've done the frames for the doors over there, I'm going to move on to this wall here, separating the bathroom. So like over there, I'm going to start with this little piece at the top here. Just finish that off up to probably where the stud is, line it up with there. And then I'll have one piece that will cover the rest of the wall here, which I'll duplicate on the other side. Screw it in, Bob's your uncle, happy days! Hi everyone, today's the 24th of July. Today I'm going to do something quite exciting I'm looking forward to. I'm going to be starting, we'll see how far we get, building the stairs for the entrance. I've done a little SketchUp model. As you can see, it's a 3-step design going up at turning at a right angle. A couple of drawers for the 2 first steps, and then the third one at the top will be a flip-up lid. Okay, so fits nicely, happy with that. Quite a large gap on the side here. I misread my plans, my own plans, ironically. I need to make this piece a little bit longer and that one too. That's okay, yeah, otherwise the stepping pattern, I don't know how you call it, is really, really nice. So the first step here lines up perfectly with the edge of the hatch. So as soon as you put your foot on it, you're right into the skylight, so you're not going to knock your head on anything like that. And it's really comfortable to get in and out. Hi everyone, it's the 30th of July today. I've been working really hard this weekend with my friends and family. We've done a lot of work. Some very good work. It was really good. So I thought I'd take you around it because we were so into it once again. Didn't really film anything. So it's nothing too complicated. So I'll just show you the final results and hopefully that'll be enough for you. Last night I completed the oven box here. So I've put on the proper mounts at the back, a couple of grill cutouts for the heat to escape. That will go through that and then off the top. So that's looking good now. Most importantly, so staircases looking really good. Put a little decorative piece here to sort of flush it all in. And yeah, very importantly, the electrics covered. So you see here we got the inverter, distribution panel for the DC 48 volt system. I've got a 48 to 12 volt converter here, which here I've got a 48 volt 12 volt converter. After thinking about it and revisiting my schematic, I don't think I'm going to be using anymore. The MPPT for the solar panels. Got a little Serbo GX down there and a smart shunt, all looking very good. And all that with That's the little plywood door, so that's nice. There's a second one under there so you can access a bit further down. And then in the engine bay, I've been quite busy too. You can see the battery box here. I've had to adapt a little bit. I'm going to paint all that in due course. But I've had to adapt a little bit because the leisure batteries are going to fit in there. And I needed to move the starter battery out a little bit to make space for those. And therefore that was not covered anymore by the original cover. So I had to make this bigger cover to cover the plugs and make all that fit nicely. But I'm happy with the way it looks. And I think today I'm going to tackle a little box framing here in the corner. The idea is to have a, kind of like a column going up the side here to hide this pipe. And also have the pipes come from the heating and the hot and cold water through the hole here into the engine bay, where the water heater is at the back. Okay, and there we go. Everything's boxed in, nice, happy with that. Hi everyone, so it's the 6th of August today. You find me in a little bit of a different place today. So this is the calorifier or water boiler. It's quite a big one. It's connected to the engine currently. You can maybe see the pipes down here. Those take the coolant from the engine, circulate around a coil inside the water boiler, and that heats up the water, which I then use for showering and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to focus on the inputs and outputs of water for now. So I'll be putting a little bit of PFT E-tape and these on top, and then I've got these reducers which will take the 22mm pipe, swap it to the 15mm, which corresponds to the rest I have on the boat. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, join me the other side of the water boiler. So up at the top here, got the little H, that means hot water out. So that goes down. Don't worry, these will all be clamped into place in due course. But the hot water comes down in through the hole into the cabin. Then that one at the top here is the radiator hot water. The one underneath it here is the radiator cold water, and then the one here going out this way under here is the cold water inlet. So So the cold water comes into here, goes at the bottom, gets heated up by either the engine or down the road maybe a stove boiler or boiler stove. I never know which way around to say it. That will be hooked up to the radiator system. So the hot and cold water for those come in here. There's 2 coils that lead out of each of these. And then the hot water for the shower and all that comes out and then goes to the cabin. So happy days. Hi everyone, today is the 8th of August. I'm going to be working on the plumbing still today, just to try and finish it off as much as I can. So I'm going to be working in the kitchen area. So the laundry machine is going to go here on my left. So I'm going to have to run a pipe from my pipes that are coming on the starboard side of the boat, tee off to get to there. I'm going to have to do that through the wall because of the cabinets and all that. Those are all pushed up against the wall, so there's no space for pipes or anything like that. So inside the wall it's going to be. I have to do some drilling and stuff through the studs and make a little access panel on the back of the wall. I'm guessing I'm going to do that to turn on and off the water as needed. Then I'm going to move on to this part. So this is where the dishwasher is going to be. So again, I'm going to have a tee-off junction to feed the water to there. The washing machine and the laundry machine only have cold water inlets, so that makes it nice and easy. So that's going to tee off there, and then I'm going to have the tap connectors at the back here. From there also there's going to be another tee off to the water filter. So I'm just going to make that up, and when the water filter gets installed they'll bring the connecting pipes for that. I've got 2 pipes going down the starboard side here to future prepare for the boiler stove configuration that we might want to install. So those pipes are ready to go. They'll just stay there for now, and I'll block them off. Good evening everyone. Today is the 19th of August. I have battled my way through the Taylor Swift fans on my way here. It's been a bit intense, but we made it. So I'll talk you a bit through what we did a couple of weekends ago, because I was away this weekend. I went to see Status Quo live, favorite band. It was so good. So a couple of weekends ago we put up this ceiling again with my girlfriend, cut the hole for the skylight. That's all looking really good. Again, I haven't mounted it fine in its final position because I've just today put in the order for the cabling and all that for the electrics. So all this will come down, we'll run all the cables soon, finally, and then those can go up in their final positions, which will be so good to do. So looking forward to that. It's been bugging me all this time. So this week I'm going to focus on the kitchen, because on Friday I've taken the day off from work because I have the gas engineer coming, fitting all the the pipes from the gas locker at the stern, along the walls, under the floor, all that sort of stuff. So I got to get all that ready, which means I have to take all the cabinets off the wall here, probably drop a couple of the ceiling panels as well, so I can apply filler to the back wall, paint that in its final coat, essentially, in preparation for when the gas engineer comes, so we can drill all the holes that we need. It also means that I have to take the back half of that partition wall off, so we can feed the pipes through there and drill the holes through the studs to where they need to go. And get stuff ready for the electrics and all that stuff. So, I'm going to figure this out as I go. I'm not quite sure even yet in which order it's all going to go. So just enjoy the time lapse as you usually do. And I'll see you when this evening's done. And hopefully I won't run into the Taylor Swift fans on my way back. So yeah, let's go. Right, so I've put in the filler in all the holes in the wall, let that dry. Once it's dry, I'll sand it down flat. In the meantime, I'm going to tackle this guy. So that's the cabinet for the oven. I'm going to take off all the grills and hooks and all that stuff, and we'll give it a little bit of a sand down, maybe a little bit of filler if we can. Hopefully that'll be dry enough for me to put a first coat tonight. We'll let that dry overnight and we'll do the second coat tomorrow. Let's go. Right, so I think that's as much as I can do tonight. The filler is still drying, so I can't do anything there. First coat on that, I'll do the second one tomorrow. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is the 20th of August. So today is continuation from yesterday, obviously. The filler's all dried up, so that's nice. We'll give it a bit of a sand down. Before I do that, I'm going to finish up on the cabinet here, so I'm going to plug the little screw holes with some filler as well, just to make it all nice and smooth. Let that dry. Hopefully it'll be dry enough for me to paint it before I go tonight, and that way we'll be all good to go for Friday when they come and install the oven for me. Okay, so here's my little setup. The big box here is a Victron Multiplus 2 48 volt 5000 volt amps 70 amp inverter. To make it simple, this is what takes the lower voltage from the boat and transforms it into 230 volts to run things like the dishwasher, the fridge and all that sort of stuff. So mains socket power. This little device here is an MPPT. That's a solar panel controller. So this will take whatever's coming from the solar panels to recharge the batteries, and that'll do all its little business in there. This blue box down here is a Lynx distributor. That's basically just like a bus bar, a smart bus bar, which you feed the battery electricity into, and it splits it out or takes it back in from different places. And the consumer unit is exactly what you've got at home, literally same box. It has all the fuses for all the circuits, for the lights and sockets and all that stuff. So the way I'm going to run this is I've got two 24 volt, 280 amp hour lithium batteries in the engine bay. Those will be wired in series to get 48 volts, 280 amp hours. Two cables from those batteries will come and connect to here through this master cutoff switch. So I can disconnect the whole system if I want to do maintenance or stuff like that. Then it will come up inside this box, and then one feed is going to go to the inverter to power that and then turn the consumer unit. And then another feed is going to come from the MPPT into here to recharge the batteries. So that is connected to the batteries ultimately. And then I have the Wi-Fi router and the Servo GX, the Victron Servo GX, which is like a little brain that talks to all this stuff and gives me like readings on my phone. So that's just going to run on one circuit there, and then I've got a spare one down the line, whatever happens, that I can use for that. That's all good. The reason I've gone for such a big inverter is because following many discussions with sellers which might be biased, I'll give you that, but thinking about the setup and what I have on the boat, so I've got quite a few heavy consuming appliances like the dishwasher and the washing machine and the water filtration system. It just made more sense just to have a bigger inverter and run everything off 230 volts instead of having a bank of batteries for that and then another bank of batteries for the 12 volt system. So everything on the boat, including the lights, is going to be run off 230 volts. I do say everything is with the exception of the toilets and water pumps for the shower and the actual water pumps. So those are still on 12 volts. Everyone has their own way of doing their setup. This is mine. This is how I've decided to do it. There might be better ways. I don't know, because I'm learning on the go. But I think it makes sense in my head how this is going to work. For me, at least, it's going to be the most user-friendly. And having someone who's potentially going to be working from home, boat, a couple of days a week, we need to recharge batteries and laptops and all that sort of stuff. And it's looking nice. So I think it's nice and dry. Happy days. Time for coat number 2. Hi everyone, today's the 22nd of August. I'm back late at the boat today because I've got the gas engineer coming, and I need to finish off a few little things. First of all was the box here we made for the oven. Turns out it was 3 millimeters too short to fit the oven inside, so we had to modify that a little bit to get it to fit, so that's all good. I'll put a new coat of paint on it so it's drying. This is part of the countertop for the kitchen island. Very nice, very happy with it, it looks really good. And we just marked out here a line, because I'm going to be cutting this to have this part be the vertical bit of the island here on the side, and then this one will be the rest of it. And tomorrow, because the gas engineer is fitting the hob as well, that's going to go in here, so we have to be ready to cut that out as well. So just getting stuff ready for him in preparation. So we've measured the height of the cabinet plus the thickness of the countertop. So that's our line here, because I want to do a 45-degree angle on the edge. Good morning, everyone. Today's the 23rd of August. It's the gas installation day today. So it's about 8 o'clock in the morning now, so I've taken the day off work to come here. I'm going to get rid of these stairs in the entrance. I'll just put them outside for now because they'll need access to that sort of area. And I'll put this little box back on its hook. That's all nice and dry. Excited, because once this is in, that means I can finalize the island and basically call that corner sort of done, essentially. So yeah, very much looking forward to that, I'm not going to lie. Okay, everyone, the gas engineer is doing his thing. He doesn't want to be on camera, so that's no worries at all. While he's doing that, I'm going to tackle the 12-volt fuse board panel, whatever, that's going to be under the side wing of the bed here at the back. So just behind this panel, I'm going to have this little panel, and I'm going to mount the switch off, master switch, the fuses, the fuse board, a couple of other little things like that. So we'll get that all set up nicely on here, and I have this little access panel which will go on the front here, so I can have access to that. Okay, everyone, here we go. This is the little panel. So super simple. The bow thruster batteries that are in the front here in the bow. There's some cables come along the bottom of the bed, and this little panel is gonna live behind here, covered by this. There we go. Access panel here. So, plus from the battery is going to come on this side of the switch, the master switch. This will turn everything on and off. Come out of here onto the positive bus bar here, which will spread across these three fuses. One of them will be for the toilet, the other one for the shower pump and the water pump and heating pump. So they all share the same fuse here, but they'll each have individual blade fuses closer to the actual device so that they're both secure. They didn't make any MIDI link fuses small enough with the ratings I needed for those pumps, so I'll just go through that and then split out. And then we have the return, the negative bus bar. So the three pumps will come here, and then the negative will go off to the battery. These two will join together and go off. So yeah, looking good. This little cover over the top, keep everything neat. Happy days. Hi everyone, today is the 27th of August. We've had a amazing weekend. My mum was here, girlfriend was here. We worked so hard this weekend on getting a lot done, as you can see behind me. There was too many people on the boat at the same time for me to move the camera and stuff like that, so I didn't film it. Plus, it's just putting boxes together following the manual, so I don't think that's of any interest really to you guys in terms of building boats. So what I thought I'd do is just show you what has been done, just walk you through it, and more importantly show you what the gas engineer has done. So he came on Friday last week, started the job, missing a few little bits, so we had to go and pick those up. So he came back today on his own to finish the job, which he has. So I'm just going to check out what he's done and make sure it's all hunky-dory, which I'm sure it is. So as you can see, we've put a lot of the cabinets in place and the doors on top of that as well. So I've covered the island here just to protect the surfaces. So you can just see here sort of a dark wood finish here and a marble effect here. So under the island here, we've got the gas pipe coming up with the isolation valve, and that goes through that little bulkhead through the other side, and it links into the hob, which is here, looking all spankly new. I'll bring you around the other side. You can see under here where that pipe comes through the wall and into the gas hob here. So that looks great. I've got the drawers all ready to go into these runners. That one will have to come out because that hits the pipe there, so that's no good. But that's fine, we'll have plenty of space nonetheless. And then secondly, the oven. So the oven's in place. I have to get some black-headed screws to hold it to the cabinet. Currently it's just laid in there for now. Again, isolation valve up in the corner, and that goes through the bulkhead there, through to the other side, where it links up to this pipe. So you can see it come out there, links into that T-junction that goes down towards the, under the gun wall to the hob. And then the pipe comes along here into the gas locker, that's the other side. Now, I think you'll agree with me that that is a bit unsightly. Not the effect I'm going for. So the plan is to raise this boxing up and above the pipe so that it can be all boxed in and still accessible should any repairs need to be done, obviously to the gasworks. So I've shortened the stairs a little bit by 2 centimeters, so they're 2 centimeters tighter, if you like. And I'm going to do that a little bit more and chop that little piece of stair off so that all this can rise and go up around here. Finally, what we've done is we've put in place the sockets and the light switches on the walls. So you can see here on the back, we've got the 2 sockets for the little toaster coffee area on the other side. And here is the one for the dishwasher and, the laundry machine and the oven. Those will both plug into there. There is one behind the fridge as well. That's just hidden for now. But I've started doing those all around the place. And I'll show you in the guest bedroom. We've got a couple in here as well. So just down here, we've got 2 plugs and a single. That'll be for the internet. Ethernet cable output. Light switch here. There's going to be a power socket down there as well, ultimately. Little light switch as you get into the main bedroom. Got the mattresses now, so we can have naps during the day while we work. And you can just see them on top there. There's 2 little holes for the socket and the Ethernet as well. And the last thing is, as you can see, all the ceiling panels are off. Now, that's pretty cool because that means it's time to run the conduit for the electricity and the lights and all that. So you can see here on one of these panels, I've put in the spotlight mounts where we want the lights. And I've also named all these panels so we know where they go, so no worries there. Except that one apparently, so I'll have to fix that. And I've sprayed little black spots on the ceiling where those spotlights are going to be, so I know where to run the conduit to. I have a few little issues like here where that stud is going to be in the way, so I'm going to have to think of a way around that. Not sure yet quite how, maybe multi-tool it out and make it a little bit deeper, we'll see. But it is all looking super good, very, very happy. The island is pretty much, well, it is in its final position. And you can see here we've got all sorts of drawers happening. I've just put these little scotch tapes so that we can open without them breaking, ideally. That's the reality of doing it on camera, I guess. So there you go, little drawer. And I've got bigger ones down here. Nice deep ones here. And on the other side I have this little double drawer arrangement, so we can have even more things to store in the drawers, and they're all soft closing, which is, that one needs a bit of adjustment. Which is what you want on a boat, because when you're moving around you don't want your drawers to start flying open without your consent.
I'm sorry.
I'll cut it out. I'll put that in the bloopers.
I'm sorry, I was spraying on your phone as well. I didn't have time to cover my mouth. Okay. Concentrate.
Right.
I'm rolling. Rolling.
Rolling.